Hey everyone, how's it going? And welcome to another episode of Saturday Night Horror. Now I'm talking low because I don't want to wake anyone up. As you can see, I am not in my recliner in front of the Jason Takes Manhattan poster because I don't want to upset Bella. Yeah, that's how much she runs the house. Last week we were in the recliner, she got upset, so I don't want to upset the baby today. So anyway, this week I start my Nightmare on Elm Street, I guess you could say marathon. There have been 147 episodes of Saturday Night Horror, and I think 2 of them have been dedicated to A Nightmare on Elm Street. We did Freddy's Dead, and then we did the god-awful remake from, I don't know, 2010 was it? I can't remember. It sucked. So I decided to change that, and starting this week, we're going to go through A Nightmare on Elm Street 1 through 5 at least. And tonight we'll start with the original, the one that started it all. Now I have seen these, but it's been years, so I don't remember really too much about any of them at all. So anyway, tonight we'll be watching A Nightmare on Elm Street, the original. I cooked earlier in the day. It was really simple, just Kraft macaroni and cheese. I filmed it, so we'll see that footage next. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good night. A Nightmare on Elm Street had some macaroni and cheese, so without further ado, let's go out to the kitchen. Let me show that cooking footage, and then we'll get this movie started.
Let's go out to the kitchen. Let's go out to the kitchen. Let's go out to the kitchen and have ourselves a snack.
Alright, so we don't need a whole lot for this. In effect, here's our macaroni and cheese. And give me a minute, I'll get a pot up here and we'll get this started. Alright, so I got a pot, I filled it with hot water, because if you use hot water, it takes less time to boil. Hello, let's get you down. You ready? Meow, meow. There you go, my Bella. She just had her treats, so she's happy. Yeah, once again, I don't know why, but I've just always been taught to pour a little bit of salt in the water. I don't know why that is. I said I was going to look it up, and I never did. Now, this is what I call the junk drawer, because there is nothing but junk in here. Not really, but it's like all the utensils, pizza cutters, spatulas, spoons, all that good stuff are in there. Shouldn't take long to boil. So we're going to try our cooking angle here. Open these boxes up. There we go. There's one. And there's 2. Okay. So, what else did we need? Oh, yeah, the strainer. So, well, that's water boiling. We'll get the strainer out. And the macaroni's done cooking, we'll dump it in there. We're gonna need some butter. And we'll need milk, but not right now, so I'm gonna leave the milk in there. We're gonna need our oven mitts here. So yeah, right now we're just waiting for the water to boil. So I'll be back when that's done. Alright, the water is boiling. We'll dump the macaroni in, and I always turn the burner down. I turn the heat down while this is cooking. Just stir it up a little bit so it doesn't get stuck together or stuck to the bottom of the pot. There we go. All right. So I turn the heat back down to 4. We'll rinse this in cold water. So now that we got, whoa, right, camera's wanting to fall. That smoke got in my mouth, down my throat. We'll just break down these boxes, throw them in the trash. Yes, hello. Alright. Let me turn this around. Oh, goodness. Yeah, so turn the volume, good God, turn the heat down to 4. You think I just started doing this? Turn the volume down, Jesus. I'll just stir that a little bit. And since the heat is down, not the volume, but the heat is down, I can leave the room while this is cooking, and then I'll come back every once in a while and stir it just to make sure it's not stuck to the bottom of the pot. Right, there's our cheese sauce there. We'll throw this in the trash. Alright. And we'll go out the front room, let this cook for a while, and we'll be back. Okay, our macaroni's done cooking, so what we're going to do is we're going to dump it into the strainer over there. I don't know if we'll get a good view of that or not, but we're going to try. Let me put my oven mitts on here, and hopefully don't drop this on the way. What you looking at, Bella? Bella's by the back door. So hopefully, camera's picking this up. We got a little bit of chunky boy footage going on. Now some of the macaronis try to be difficult there. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put a scoop of butter into this pot and let it melt. Alright, we'll turn the heat back up to we'll turn it to 5. You see the butter is not sizzling because we turned the heat down when we started cooking the macaroni. So the pot isn't extremely hot, and as soon as I say that, it starts sizzling and melting. Well, I just turned the heat up to 5, so yeah. Forget everything I just said about not sizzling. So we're gonna have that melt. We're gonna put this butter back in the fridge. We're done with the butter. Get some more butter too. We're almost out. We'll go ahead and get our milk out because we'll need it in a few minutes. As you can see, we got the macaroni in the strainer, and we're just waiting for this butter to melt. So when the butter melts, we're gonna put the macaroni back in, and I'm gonna have to do everything kind of fast. So I'm gonna set the camera up in our cooking view, our cooking angle here. I guess that'll work. I wish it would stay like that. Okay, I've got it actually, it's sitting on top of the toaster, so that's why it's kind of weird. So, let me go ahead and help this butter melt a little faster. Alright. I'll be back when this butter has completely melted. It won't take long. Alright, the butter's melted. So we're going to take our macaroni, put it back in the pot here. Make sure we get all of it. Alright, we'll just mix it in with the butter real quick. Now some people just have butter and noodles. They'll mix the noodles in with the butter and just eat it like that. I've never done that. I just don't see how it would have any taste or flavor. Alright, now that we've done that, we're going to take our 2 packs of the cheese sauce / powder. We're going to dump those in. Then I'm going to add some milk. And hopefully we don't add too much milk, but I'll leave it out just in case we need more. And then after we add the milk, we're just going to stir everything up, mix everything up really well, and that'll be it. So, very simple, no effort meal whatsoever. Takes less than half an hour. So we're just going to stir this up, man. Matter of fact, I'll be back when I'm done stirring it. It'll take a little while. And there we are. The macaroni and cheese is done. Just scoop some up, put it in a bowl. That's dinner, folks. Alright, here we go. We got our movie, Nightmare on Elm Street. We're going to start with part 1. There she is. Hi. Hello, Bella. Is this part 1? Yeah. Watch your head, Bella. Where'd it go? Where'd it go, baby Bella? All right. So tonight we start our Nightmare on Elm Street, I guess you can call it a marathon. We're going to start part 1 tonight, work our way up through at least part 5. Let's see if we get a menu here. I don't think I've ever watched these Blu-rays. I bought them years and years ago, and I think this is actually the first time I've watched them. Here we go. A Nightmare on Elm Street. Without further ado, let's get started. All right. The movie is over. It is 11:47 p.m., so just barely finished before midnight. I'm actually a little tired. I might be going to bed after this. So, first and foremost, the one thing I do want to say about this movie is I enjoyed it because I like the fact that this was before Freddy Krueger became a comedy act. He wasn't a jokester. He wasn't a clown in this one. He was vicious. He was brutal. He was intimidating. Not the one corny one-liner machine he would later become during the franchise, but he was a killer. He was actually brutal and intimidating and dead serious, and I like that. So as I started watching this, some of it started coming back to me. I remember, Johnny Depp is in here. I remembered some of the kills, like Tina being slashed up and then dragged up onto the ceiling of her room, stuff like that. But excuse me, I enjoyed this one, man. I really did. I like the fact that they call him Fred Krueger. He's not Freddy yet. He's Fred Krueger. But the movie starts, like, right off the bat, he's trying to kill people, and, like, you have no idea who he is, why he's coming after these people, how he's in their dream trying to kill them. Later on in the movie, you find out who Fred Krueger is. Fred, that's so weird, and why he's doing what he's doing, but when the movie starts, you have no idea. And they don't wait long to introduce him. They right off the bat, as soon as it starts, he's going after somebody. So you're like, oh man, it's gonna be a heck of a ride. But I enjoyed it. Definitely enjoyed this one. I like the serious Freddy Krueger more than the funny one-liner Freddy Krueger. In all honesty, that's why I couldn't really get into it when I first started watching horror movies, because I'm like, this dude is lame. He's so corny. But I appreciate it more as I've gotten older. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for this week. I think that's going to do it. I'm tired, so I'm sure there's a lot more that I'm going to think of to say afterwards, but I'm tired, so I think I'm going to go to bed. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Week 1 of the Nightmare on Elm Street Marathon. Next week, we'll continue with the Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. Can't wait to watch that. So until then, I appreciate y'all watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Y'all have a great week. I'll see you next time. Y'all take care.